What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day, and we ended up having a very strong day on the VIP. We have 6 two-man entries that hit for us yesterday. A lot of these happened overnight. They are Counter-Strike two-mans. It looks like I took a lot of unders actually yesterday, which sometimes I take unders, sometimes I take overs. Sometimes unders all hit, sometimes overs all hit. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, sometimes, you know, the ball is rolling in your favor. And over the past 3 days, I've really shown you guys a lot of green on the screen when I show you guys these entries. It just so happened to be that over the past couple of days, we've had a lot of 3 out of 4s. We've had honestly, it's been frustrating because we've really had nothing to show for it because we've had a lot of setups, we've had a lot of green happen. It's just been in the form of 3 out of 4s, which sucks because you end up losing a 3 out of 4 anyway. But I ended up taking a lot of 2-mans yesterday, and it paid off because we did very well. We also have some setups going into yesterday. I did want to show you guys just over the past couple of days. So first of all, this is kind of active right now. This is actually going to be the entry today, so a little bit of something to look forward to. We do have a 4-man in today's video, which if you guys remember last Friday, I actually hit a 4-man entry for us, and we got a 10x last Friday that you guys should have cashed. So have a setup going into today, have a setup going into this afternoon. Some misses here and there just with opposite correlation with League of Legends, which honestly is completely fine. With League of Legends, we either take the overs or the unders. And then if you guys want to see how we've been doing, like I said, we pretty much cashed 6 of these in a row, right? So we cashed this one here, this one here. This was a refund. I don't know why I refunded this, but this is the same entry as this. Kamengo was a very strong call right here to go over 11.5 PRA. His line now is at 20.5 the next day, which is crazy. We might honestly look to take his under in a couple of days here, but Wayne unfortunately does miss, and then we cashed this one here with League of Legends correlation. Honestly, look out for more of this because this 2-man paying a non-profit shifted entry is really strong right there, so that's nice to see. Cash here, this was the YouTube play yesterday. Kamesh goes ahead and just pushes his line at 8. Anthony Edwards gets 2 assists in the first quarter. I honestly like this entry. He got 5 assists throughout the game, and the ability for him to get 2 assists in the first quarter, pretty much back to back. I mean, at the end of the day, I think this had more than a 60% chance of hitting, and I like the entry at the end of the day. So it's just one of those things. Like I said, it was going to be kind of a weighted coin flip type play where, yes, of course, he could get 2 assists in 1 quarter, but also I think it was more favored that he was going to go under. So I like the play, you guys, and I did want to show you guys, like I said, we've had a lot of green over the past couple of days, but these 4-mans are not falling for us. So hopefully we can hit a 4-man today. As you guys can see, this is some of these plays I've been going over the past couple of days. Missed by 1 kill here. Another one that was set up and miss. This was a refund, and then this was a 2 out of 4. And if I scroll down, by the way, this was all just one play. PrizePicks was freaking out on me, so I ended up taking this play 4 times in a row, but I only sent it out once, so don't really mind all these losses because it's just one play. And then yeah, some 2-mans here and there. This unfortunately does refund, even though we hit a 2-man here. This was another 3 out of 4, another 3 out of 4 here, and if I keep scrolling down, I believe there's one more to show you guys. Another 3 out of 4 here, which is like dating back to I think like maybe Monday or Tuesday, but man, it has been like 8 3 out of 4s in a row. Very close entries. So hopefully we can catch one today. Again, I showed you guys that we are set up today going into some of these entries, which is nice to see. If you guys don't know, unfortunately we did miss the YouTube entry yesterday, which sucks, but you know, I'm glad that the VIP is honestly doing well. And this is over the past about 20, 22, 23 videos that I've posted on this channel, really since the beginning of the NBA playoffs. If you guys look down here, we have some like play-in tournament videos that this was like 3.5 weeks ago, right, with Josh Giddey, which he's been out of the playoffs for a while now. But yeah, over the past like 22 videos, all of these checks are hits right here. And I did mention that this was last Friday for Jimmy Butler, and this is exactly what we did last Friday right here. We hit a 4 out of 4 right here on this channel, and I'm going to try to recreate that today, okay? We got UFL, we got under assists in League of Legends, and we got over on a NBA player today, okay? So I'm going to try to recreate this today. We'll see if we can hit it. Obviously, it's a 4-man, so, you know, it's not supposed to hit like a ton, but if this does hit, we would have 2 Fridays in a row of hitting a 4-man, which would be nice. All right, so let me hop into how to get the VIP for free, and then I'll hop into the entry, and then yeah, I'll tell you guys about kind of the performance so far this year of the VIP as well at some point. So if you guys want to get into the VIP, the best way to do so is to text me Bovada at my number right here on the screen. I will get you guys the link to sign up for Bovada using my link, and you guys will get 2 free months of the VIP for doing doing so for me. Again, it is just texting me the word Bovada to my number on the screen. It does not get easier than that. If you're watching on your phone already, you can just swipe up on your phone, start texting me to this number right here while you're listening to me. That's probably the best way to do so. And I will send you the instruction on how to get signed up for Bovada. You just put money into Bovada, take an entry. It can be anything. It can be betting on the UFL. It can be betting on esports. It can be betting on the NBA tonight. And once you do so and send me a screenshot of proof that you did that, I will get you guys for 2 free months on my VIP. So this is going to be the best method. I also have a chalkboard you guys can sign up for. I have better you guys can sign up for, and I have sleeper you guys can sign up for. Again, just text me those corresponding kind of words, whether it's sleeper, better, chalkboard. Underdog fantasy is also another one of those, and I will get you guys signed up for those different apps. Okay, so very, very easy to do so and get a couple free months of my VIP. I'm going to kind of go through this very quickly, but this is so far in 2025 this year. We in the first 4 months, we went up 113 units, and so far in May, we're up about 5 units in May so far. So not really where we want to be, but again, I've showed you guys how unlucky we've gotten with some of those 3 out of 4. So at this point in May, I'd want to be up 15, 20 units, but I think honestly, if we have one big weekend, and if we just hit one of those 8.5Xs, for example, we'd be up at right about 15 units, right? So at the end of the day, we're up in May. It's been a good May so far, but we're 9 days in, and I'm hoping by the end of May we can get up to 40 or 50 units like we normally do. Okay, so overall, good month so far. Nothing to really complain about, especially because April was our worst month ever, and our first losing month ever was in April of this year, which sucks, right? So I'm trying to have a big bounce back in May, and hopefully we can do that so far, right? So all right, let's get into the actual entry of the day. Like I said, it's going to be very similar to how we cashed that one with Jimmy Butler just a week ago. And I'm going to start with UFL. Okay, I'm going to start with UFL. I am actually taking the overs. These are probably the only duo in the UFL that I would ever dare to take the overs on. If you guys don't know about UFL, I normally really take the unders, and really what happens here is it's very correlated together. Okay, so I talked about this last week. Football is football, and it's very correlated together of how the quarterback and his number one receiver is going to do. Okay, so if the quarterback does very well, his number one receiver is likely to do very well. This is called correlation. This is what I do a lot on this channel. This is what we absolutely crushed in college football season and NFL season last year. And it doesn't matter if it's college, it doesn't matter if it's NFL, it doesn't matter if it's UFL. Football is football, and the quarterback and receiver combo is going to either go over together or under together most likely. Okay, so couple of things about this game. It's DC Defenders, one of the best teams in the league, versus San Antonio Brahmas, one of the worst teams in the league. Now, what's actually funny is last time they played, the Brahmas actually got their only win ever this year versus the Defenders. But really, the reason why I'm taking the overs is, first of all, this quarterback is by far and away the best quarterback in the UFL. And 2, these are 2 very bad defenses, okay? Brahmas, the worst defense in the league. They give up the most points per game in the league. DC Defenders give up the 2nd most points in the league, okay? So DC Defenders, their strategy is just to outscore their opponents, okay? If you guys think about like maybe, I'm trying to think of like a bad defense this year, kind of like a LSU this year or something, like not so great of a defense, but a pretty good offense. That's why we would take someone like a Garrett Nussmeier a lot this year or last year to go over, because his offense wasn't very good, or sorry, his defense wasn't very good, but his offense was. Similar thing with like Miami last year with Cam Ward, right? This team, I'm not going to say reminds me of Cam Ward and Miami's offense, but they do play very similar, okay? They win by scoring points, they win by throwing the ball, and that's why I'm taking the over on this combo right here, okay? So again, the fact of the matter is that if a quarterback does very well, if this guy throws for 300 yards tonight, which again, he could do that, then his number one receiver, Chris Rowland, who by the way is the number one receiver in the league. So we have number one quarterback and number one receiver, right? We got like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce or something from 2019, right? To go over and over tonight in the UFL, okay? So moving on to Bodica, I think is how you say his name. Bodica to go under 13.5 assists. I like this all the way down to 12.5, you guys. So if it does bump to 13, definitely take it. If it's at 13.5, you're getting an amazing entry. He averages 4.1 assists per loss. He also averages 5.4 assists per game, okay? So if you do the math, that puts him right at about 10 or 11. 10.5 or 11 that he should be averaging per game. Now, he's also facing G2, who is one of the best teams in his league. SK, which is the team he's on, is one of the worst teams in the league. G2 is minus 200 odds on Bovada right now to, this is actually to 2-0 them. So the team he is playing should be able to 2-0 this team. And like I said, if he's losing both games, he's only averaging 4 assists per loss. So if he loses both games, he should be able to go under here. If he goes 1-1, if his team goes 1-1, I still think there's a good chance he goes under. If his team ends up winning both games, which is very, very unlikely, it's like plus 1,500 or something like that, which is similar to like betting some crazy future that like the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl or something like that this year, which like it could happen. And if it does happen, this guy's going to go over, but it's very unlikely to happen. Okay. And you got to play a game of odds in this game. Okay. So this guy's team, matter of fact, he should be able to lose both games. He should lose both games, and this would take him under on his assists. Okay. So really like this entry here. And then we're going to finish off with Hartstein to go over 10.5 points. All right. So why do I like this entry here? We got to look at the matchup, and we got to look at the head-to-head. Now, if you look over his past 20 games, he's hitting this pretty frequently at a little bit of like a downturn here, but he's just a big part of this offense, first and foremost. But we are now at game 3 of the series, so we have two games of data to work with here, okay? Game 1, he gets 12 points, really solid, plays 29 minutes. Game 2, he puts up 14 points in just 22 minutes. If you guys saw this game a couple nights ago, they pull all of their starters out by the middle of the third quarter, and he still gets 14 points in this game. So really solid entry from him, and he's going to be on the court a lot. I think he can honestly be on the court for more than 30 minutes tonight. Okay, we see him at 29 here. We see him at 22 because all the starters get pulled. In March, he actually played 32 minutes. I think he's going to be on the court a lot tonight because he is the main defender of Jokic, okay? So the more he's going to be on the court, he's going to defend Jokic, and also the more he is going to score, okay? So I really like this entry here at him over 10.5. This is why I'm going with Hartstein. Again, yesterday or 2 nights ago, in just maybe like 2.5 quarters, he got 14 points, which is really nice to see. He did shoot pretty well, but he only shot 7 shots, right? We see some of these other games, he's shooting, at least over 10 shots in these games, right? And he's obviously a big man, so he's going to get dunks, he's going to get easy points, layups, and stuff like that. So his field goal percentage is pretty high, okay? So this is going to be the play with Hartstein, and then we're going to take Boudica, and then we're going to take these 2 guys. Now, if you're watching this after this game has already started, you can just go ahead and take this as a 2-man. That's going to be A-okay. Again, if you guys want to get into the VIP, go ahead and text me the word Bovada, text me the word chalkboard, text me the word better, or text me the word sleeper, and I'll get you guys 1 to 2 free months free of the VIP. Again, I'm looking to really ramp up May and get us going, right? Get some 4-mans hitting. Hopefully the luck can swing it in our favor, and we can go up 45, 50 units this month. I really feel it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.